Ty Gibbs breaks through to win his first career NASCAR Cup Series race. And if you watch the podcast, don't say your boy didn't told you so. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new post-race review. 2 weeks off, well, a week off actually, with no cup race at Rockingham on Easter weekend. But we are back. We're back for another video here today, guys. Today, we had the, oh my god, the Food City 500 at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Now, this was a fun little race today, guys. I gotta say, this was definitely a fun race. I mean, for usual Bristol Spring standards, I can't lie, I wasn't expecting a whole lot going into today, and as the day evolved and went on, I was like, damn, you know what? We may have a decent race on our hands today. We might just. You never know, though. You never know. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, like I say, I mean, let's not bother messing around too much. Let's get straight into the action. I mean, starting it off on pole, it was Ryan Blaney, and you can tell from practice and qualifying yesterday that Blaney did have a rocket ship underneath that car. And if you're looking back on the entire day as a whole, Ryan Blaney had the best car today. He really did. But things just didn't really work out in the favor of Ryan Blaney at the end of the day. So, like I say, I mean, things just didn't work out for Ryan Blaney at the end of the day when it comes to getting that win, which we'll all talk about later. I'm trying to friggin' look at Twitter clips, but they all keep pausing or turning on the sound, so you may hear it in the background. But early in stage one, Kyle Larson drove himself to the lead. Larson had the strongest car early in the race, that's for sure. I mean, Larson won both stages today, handled business, just drove out front, got the lead from Blaney, and yeah, once he got by Riley Herbst and all those guys, he was basically clear off into the sunset. The only caution we had in stage one was when Brad Keselowski got shipped by Ricky Stenhouse. Didn't even see the incident live, I won't even lie to you guys. I had a pizza last night while I was watching UFC 327. Had a piece left over in the fridge, so I was heating that up under the commercial break, came back, and then, oh, they're talking about Riley Herbst spinning Stenhouse spinning Brad Keselowski. Why is it so hot in my room today, or tonight? My lord. But yeah, Larson dominated stage one. He picked up the win. One guy who did get very good at the end of stage one and really started to work his way in, and probably, if he would have kept the track position, could have got a top 5 today, no problem, was Christopher Bell in the 20. If you really think about it, all the Gibbs cars were strong. This is crazy to say, but Denny Hamlin probably had the weakest Gibbs car today. So, looking back at it, I mean, you had Bell, who was fast early in the race. Gibbs, who, well, we'll talk about Gibbs, but Gibbs was in the top 10 all race long. Briscoe was in the top 5, top 10 all race long. And Hamlin was in the top 10 all race long. Great day to be with Joe Gibbs Racing. Until Christopher Bell, under the stage 1 caution, got a speeding penalty, which put him back to the back. And the way he was driving it, it looks like he was just trying to gain every track position he could back. Was trying to make a move on the outside. Looks like he was trying to set up a run on SVG and Zane Smith. Had Ty Dillon on the inside of him. Just got a little too throttle heavy, snapped it into the outside wall, and a little later in the lap, Bell went around. It looks like, I think the fender ended up cutting a tire down or something like that. I think it was the right rear, but not a great day at all. But another caution that happened in stage 2. We're going to talk about this guy too, but the return of Alex Bowman back at the Speedway, and well, it didn't go too great for him. He was hanging out in about mid-20s the entire day. I mean, to be honest with you, the goal for Alex Bowman today was just run as many laps as you can. See how you feel and hopefully make it through till the end of the race. But I don't know. Yeah, lap 160 this occurred. Shane Van Gisbergen just got a little too throttle heavy in turns 3 and 4 looped the car around underneath his teammate O'Connor Zillage. John Hunter Nemechek, Alex Bowman. And that's funny that Todd Gilliland was right at the end of that during all that wrecking, but crazy to think that for the finish that he hung on to through today, that yeah, no, SVG hit the outside wall. John Hunter Nemechek was involved in it. Bowman caught a lot of the damage as well. A lot of his right side got slammed into the outside wall. Yeah, not a ideal incident at all. Bowman was the only one who actually went out of the race because of it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, rough break for Alex Bowman, man. Very, very tough break for Bowman. Was, like I say, Bowman was just, the goal for him was just run as many laps as you can and try and get home in the best finish as you can. Hopefully make the whole race and see how you feel, but wasn't the case today. Bowman went up into the outside wall in that crash, and Kyle Larson continued to dominate stage 2. What more can I say? I mean, now that I'm looking back at this, there was another wreck, I believe, was it in stage 2 or start of stage 3? I can't even remember, but Riley Herbst got into the back of the 8 of Kyle Busch. The battle of mid consensus. If Kyle Busch was in that 35, it would be at least top 20. Why don't we have, I mean, Corey Haim's going to be in 35 next year. I ain't going to lie. Dude, why am I sweating? Why is it so hot in my room? My lord. Okay, but, yeah, like I say, I mean, Riley just got into the back of Kyle Busch in 3 and 4. Kyle went around, and that would pay dividends for Riley later in the race. Then, on the restart after that caution, Kyle Larson held on to the lead until a wild 12 car came along. Ryan had the car late in the race, man. He did. Once the sun started to set a bit, temperature started to cool. That's when the 12 car became the strongest car. It was really the battle between the 12 and the 5 car today. Those two were the best. Blaney was pretty heated through battles that he had earlier in the pack. And yeah, Blaney was able to drive up past Kyle Larson, take the lead of the race. And then there was another caution with about 30 laps to go. Actually, during this green flag run, Gibbs was able to pass the 5 of Larson. So Ty Gibbs is able to get past Kyle Larson. But with 30 to go, Gibbs was hunting down Ryan Blaney, by the way. But with 30 to go, Chase Elliott went around into the outside wall. Not an ideal day for the Golden Boy. I mean, he kind of had the same incident that Connor Zillage had. They both went around in the race, but basically in turn 2, on the top side, there's some bumps up towards the wall. It gets really bumpy on the midway to exit of 2. Chase Elliott just got on the bumps, and car went around on him. He was a little too throttle heavy, I guess, and yeah, he did a perfect 360, kept it going, but the caution did come out. The 12 of Ryan Blaney and the 5 of Kyle Larson did pit, but the likes of Briscoe, Hamlin, Reddick, and Gibbs, they all stayed out. So then it came down to a 15-lap shootout with Blaney and Larson both back on the 3rd row. Yeah, then things got interesting. Carson Hocevar was one of the ones who stayed out as well. Sorry, I don't think Hamlin stayed out, but Hocevar definitely did, because Hocevar was on the front row on that second to last restart. 15 to go. Gibbs got a great jump over Briscoe on the bottom lane. Got out clear. Tyler Reddick made a hell of a move on the outside. I was like, for a second there, I was like, oh my god. Is Tyler Reddick going to go win this race? Is Tyler Reddick going to go win number 5 this year? It would have been crazy impressive if Tyler Reddick did it. But yeah, Larson ended up getting back around Reddick, and then Ryan Blaney came up past both of them, was on the hunt for Ty Gibbs, even side by side with them at some points. But as we were coming to 4 laps to go, Kyle Busch, seen the 35 of Riley Herbst again, spun him around, which set up an overtime restart. And I'm thinking at this point, I'm like, yeah, there ain't no way that Ty Gibbs is winning this. Older tires, for one. Blaney on 4 fresh. Larson with 2 fresh. He's going to get cooked if he doesn't have a good restart. But sure enough, he got a good enough restart and held the top lane to just enough to hold Ryan Blaney off. It wasn't even a whole car length out of turn 4 coming to the checkered flag, but not Kyle Larson, Ty Gibbs picks up his first career Cup Series win at the Bristol Motor Speedway. And if you guys listen to my podcast, The Touchdowns with Track Limits, you would know that was my pick all week. If you even see my shorts on YouTube. I was all over Ty Gibbs this week. I was like, this is going to be the race that he wins. Like, with all the good momentum that he had rolling into this weekend, and I would say Bristol is his best track, there wasn't any chance in the world I was picking anybody else. I had Ty Gibbs written all over this weekend. Like, even just looking at this weekend, even before the month of March that he had, I was like, yeah, I'd take Ty Gibbs as a sleeper picking this race any day of the week. I really would, but glad it worked out in my favor. I'm glad things did end up going good in that direction for me, because I probably would have looked really stupid if I would have picked Ty Gibbs to win and he finished like 25th, because he's not somebody who wins every week, right? Like I said, it's his first career win. Huge breakthrough moment, huge emotional moment for everybody with Joe Gibbs Racing, the whole family. I mean, you never wish anything that happened to Coy or JD on anybody. Like, that is just awful stuff, and this definitely was a bit of a healing moment, especially for the Coy situation. I mean, JD, I mean, no offense to him, but I mean, it wasn't a huge directly relationship to Ty, especially compared to his father. I mean, it is Coy's brother, but obviously Coy did pass away the night that Ty won his Xfinity championship. O'Reilly now, I guess. My God, I gotta put a fan in my room. But anyway, yeah, like I say, it was a great race, and Ty Gibbs makes a huge win for the Joe Gibbs Racing family. It was awesome to see him riding around with his mother, taking her around and showing her the track in the car and doing a victory lap, pulling into a victory lane. All the Joe Gibbs guys, all the Toyota guys congratulating him. No matter how you feel about Ty Gibbs, this is a good moment for everybody. I mean, just, yeah, it's a great first win, and if you have any bit of a heart for Joe Gibbs Racing, you just got to say fair enough. I mean, I don't know what Chris Gabart's thinking right now, but I mean, at the end of the day, good for Ty Gibbs, man. And I'm happy he won the week that I picked him to win. That's for sure. But yeah, he's up to 4th in the points. Now, we'll talk about the point standings in a bit, but let's get into your post-race results here for the Food City 500. Well, for those who care, Rory McIlroy just won back-to-back Masters. As long as he doesn't drive like Tiger Woods tonight, good job. Anyway, let's get the little race recap going. So, Ty Gibbs wins the Cup Series race. Good for Ty Gibbs. He won this race today. He was in the right place at the right time, held the right guys off that he needed to at the end when he got the track position. The clean air is king at Bristol, especially when the tires don't wear out like an absolute son of a gun, and they did not today. So good job to Ty Gibbs and the 54 team. They needed a good run, and they got it. Ryan Blaney takes home a 2nd place finish for Team Penske. Fastest lap of the day was 5/100ths of a second away from getting his 2nd win of the season. Honestly, Blaney probably deserved the win today. He was the most dominant, fastest car all in all today. Larson had the best car early, but late in the race, it was Ryan Blaney every day of the week, in my opinion. But yeah, all in all, good job to Blaney to still pull off that 2nd place finish, even getting trapped on that first late race restart and making up that track position and getting the result that he needed to. Kyle Larson, I mean, he'll be upset to not, how do I say this, not get more from the day, especially considering he won both stages. Got more points than Ryan Blaney, who finished ahead of him, so all in all, not a bad day for Kyle Larson at all. Like I say, P3, man. But something we got to start talking about for Kyle Larson. It has been a year. The 2nd weekend of May will be a year since Kyle Larson has won a race. If he doesn't win Kansas next weekend, man, that's going to be crazy to think about. We got a Kyle Larson with Hendrick Motorsports on a winless streak. Like, that is something to think about. That is something to think about. Tyler Reddick with a P4. For Tyler Reddick, man, this was a kind of race where it was just all about recovery. I mean, I didn't expect much out of Tyler Reddick, especially after he got that speeding penalty on the very first pit stop of the race, but he worked his way back up, grinded out a good result, and all in all, when he was on that first late race restart when he was up there side by side with Ty Gibbs. So I'm like, oh my God, is Tyler Reddick going to steal this thing? He got damn close to it, but a P4 result in the end for the 45 team. Chase Briscoe wraps it home in 5th place. Like I say, I sat there and watched the race with my mom, and at the end of the day, I told her, I was like, this is just the kind of day that Chase Briscoe needs. Like, Briscoe just needed, the way his season started, he just needs a day where he brings home stage points, gets a top 5 finish, top 10, whatever it may be. It just needs to bring it home in the top 10 no matter what. And sure enough, that's what he did today. He's only 1 point out of the chase currently, and we'll talk about that a bit more in a second. Todd the God Gilliland, my freaking guy. P6, what a run for Todd the God. You'd love to see it. Strategy call got him a way better result than he really should have got today. And all in all, great result for the 34 team. Shout out Todd. Happy he got a good run. Joey Logano, P7. Logano started, his first half of the race was rough, but he kept working his way up. Another similar situation to Reddick, just got trapped at the back since qualifying and then worked his way up through the field, got a good result, got the result that he needed for a decent finish. Not a bad day for the 45 team at all. Ryan Preece, P8, was really about, 10th to 20th the entire day. Just kept working his way up, got a P8. Not a bad day for Ryan Preece. Denny Hamlin fell a little bit below where we would expect Hamlin to finish, especially on a day like this, but a P9. Good points day, another good result for Denny Hamlin. He's 3rd in points now. He'll be keeping up his good momentum. Carson Hocevar in the 77. Another great run for Kashin Havaka, my freaking guy, Hocevar. How can you not love the Hurricane? Yeah. I was half thinking to myself, I was like, my God, is Carson Hocevar about to dump Ty Gibbs and just run away with this friggin' win? Wouldn't have been surprised if that would have happened either, but Ty Gibbs got his first win today. My bold prediction that you can claim here on this podcast, post-race review, will be that Carson Hocevar will win his first Cup Series race this season. My God, I kind of want to be at Michigan because I feel like it'll be there. But we will see. Bubba Wallace in the 23 brings it home, P11. Not a bad day for Bubba at all, just good consistent points day. That's kind of what Bubba needed after these last few weeks, after he dropped so much in the points after Martinsville. Daniel Suarez with another good run, got a better result than he deserved today in my opinion, but P12 for Daniel, we'll take that. Chris Buescher, P13, not a bad run for him. Brad Keselowski, P14, that isn't a bad run as well. AJ Allmendinger, P15. Keselowski did go a lap down there at one point, but he was able to rebound finish on the lead lap. Allmendinger said his feet were almost on fire there at one point, so still finishing P15 for AJ Allmendinger, especially with the situation that Colleague are in and not giving in any manufacturer support with Chevy because of the whole Ram deal. Fair enough, I mean, good for them. Cindric, P16, not a bad run for Cinder Block. Ricky Stenhouse, P17. He was the first car lap down. Not a bad result for Stenhouse either. Anytime Hayek Motorsports can bring a car home in the top 20, you got to take that. Austin Dillon, P18, even though a bird shit in his window, he did all right. Zane Smith, P19. Chastain looked great early in the race. He comes home P20. Same with Riley Herbst. Riley Herbst qualified like P4. I was like, damn. Didn't see that coming from Riley Herbst. Chase Elliott, P22. Eric Jones, P23. Michael McDowell, Kyle Busch, Noah Gragson. Christopher Bell has a P27 day. Cole Custer, Ty Dillon. William Byron was just out to lunch the whole day. Had to go to the back at the beginning of the race. I don't know what they changed, if it was a failed inspection or what, but he just didn't get beyond 30th the entire day, and I was just kind of like, damn, don't really see that a whole lot out of William Byron. Cody Ware, Josh Berry. Yeah, Josh Berry got into the wall late. He got loose in front of Noah Gragson. Noah couldn't check up in time, got into the 21, and that basically killed Josh Berry's day after he went into the wall. Connor Zillage, same thing happened to him that happened to Chase Elliott. He comes home 33rd. Then it was Shane Van Gisbergen, John Hunter Nemechek, Chad Fincham, and unfortunately Alex Bowman finishes last on his return to NASCAR. But anyway, shall we talk about the, what do we need to say? We need to talk about the points. That's what we need to talk about. All right. let's talk some point standings, shall we? Alrighty then, let's briefly recap how the point standings look. It's your weekly point standings update, powered to you by the Skylar Dagley Racing channel. Subscribe today, baby. Alright, well, as you probably would have guessed, Tyler Reddick continues to lead the NASCAR Cup Series point standings. He is 62 points ahead of Ryan Blaney in the second position. The only other driver with 300 or more points currently in the NASCAR Cup Series is Denny Hamlin on 300, points. Yeah, Hamlin is 86 off the top. Ty Gibbs now sits fourth, 105 off the top. Elliott P5, Larson P6, Byron 7th. Bubba Wallace back up to P8 after a good day at Bristol. Christopher Bell drops to P9 after his rough outing, especially after stage 1. Chris Buescher keeps in the top 10 in points. He is 156 off the top. Brad Keselowski sits P11. Joey Logano sits P12. Carson Hocevar now sits P13. Carson Hocevar will 100% make the chase if he can just finish where he runs. Carson Hocevar will 100% make the chase. Ryan Preece sits P14. Daniel Suarez P15, and the last driver into the chase is Shane Van Gisbergen, currently sat on 177 points, 209 away from Tyler Reddick. Sitting 1 point behind Shane Van Gisbergen is Chase Briscoe with 210 points. Austin Cindric is currently on 214. Then it is Michael McDowell, AJ Allmendinger, Ross Chastain, Zane Smith, Eric Jones, Kyle Busch, Josh Berry, Todd Gilliland, Austin Dillon, John Hunter Nemechek, Riley Herbst, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Noah Gragson. Noah and Josh Berry had really good days today. It was just kind of defunct there and didn't go in their way. Ty Dillon, Connor Zillage, Cole Custer, Cody Ware, Alex Bowman. Yeah, that's kind of how the point standings are looking at the moment. So let's get into your Skylar Dagley driver of the day for Bristol. Alrighty guys, if you look back on this race, for your driver of the day, I honestly feel like it kind of has to be Ryan Blaney. I mean, like I say, the driver of the day deserves to be, how do I say it? The best person who didn't win the race. That's the way I see the driver of the day. And Ryan Blaney, I mean, he struggled early on after he lost the lead. I mean, even with a little bit of an ill-handling car, he almost had to nail it perfectly every single corner just to keep it straight. But when he nailed it, he nailed it. He was the best car the entire day, and things just didn't work out for him early in the race. Didn't have that track position. Larson got the clean air, was great in clean air, was great when he can hold people off, get through traffic, use his tires to his advantage. But all in all, I don't see a world where Ryan Blaney isn't the driver of the day, in my opinion. I mean, maybe you can give it to Larson. Maybe you can probably give Tyler Reddick a shout here as well. But my driver of the day is going to go to Ryan Blaney. Who would you guys pick for driver of the day? There's a few drivers that you could definitely give a shout to, but let me know who you'd pick in the comments below. Alrighty, guys, let's put this race on the Skylar scale. Let's hop out of here. Let's give this race a quick review. Hop on out of here, go to bed, go to work Monday morning, and live the dream for the next 6 days, and see you back here next week. Oh, the cycle continues. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. But all in all, this Bristol race was pretty fun. It was honestly, like I say, it was better than I was expecting. I was expecting a one groove, extremely hard to pass, tires made of bricks race. I mean, the tires were definitely a lot more solid than what they were in last year's night race and the 24 spring race. But all in all, it was an enjoyable race in my opinion. I mean, guys could pass, guys could get runs, guys could use the top. At the beginning, it was the bottom of the track the entire stage one. If you weren't on the bottom, you weren't in the right place at all. But I'm gonna give it a 75%. Wasn't amazing. Like, there were points in the race where it did get pretty boring, but like, all in all, I think it was pretty fun. I gotta say, I enjoyed this Bristol race, and Yeah, I think a 75% is a fair score. I don't know what you guys would score it, though. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you did enjoy today's video, guys, make sure you smash that like button. Drop a comment down below and subscribe and share with those notifications turned on to miss a future upload here on the channel, guys. Don't forget to join the Patreon and the Twitch. Follow the podcast, Touchdowns and Tracking Limits, new episodes every single Thursday. And the links are in the description down below. Apple, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music. Everywhere you want to get your podcast, we're on there. So make sure you join the Touchdowns and Track Limits program. It's going to be a big year for us, and I'm excited to have you all coming with us. All right. And yeah, join me on Patreon, Twitch, all that fun stuff as well. You know the links are in the description down below, guys. And yeah, I will see you guys this time next week. We got a Kansas race to recap this time next week. I'm sure Kyle Larson will be the man we're talking about a lot after that one, because that's usually how things go in the Kansas spring race. And yeah, gonna be interesting to pay attention to. I definitely got my eyes on Hendrick and Gibbs, to say the least. But until next time, guys, take care and peace.